Here's a hard truth most gun channels won't tell you. You're not building one system, you're building 5. A handgun, a vehicle kit, a home defense position, and a pack you might carry for days. Every single one of those setups pulls from the exact same logistics chain. If you choose the wrong platforms, they fight each other. Choose the right ones, and they feed each other. Today, I'm breaking down the only 5 firearms worth stockpiling before things get unpredictable. I didn't choose these for their looks or because they're the current internet trend. I chose them because when the supply chain you rely on completely disappears, these are the guns that will still answer for themselves. We are going to look at this through the lens of a genuinely escalating scenario, starting right at your front door and ending at total grid collapse. Don't skip number 1. Number 5. Ruger PC Carbine Tactical. Let's start close to home. You just grabbed your bug-out bag and your vehicle kit. Most people look at this gun and instantly judge it for what it isn't. They see a 9mm carbine, compare it to a full-sized AR-15, and completely miss the point. The Ruger PC Carbine isn't trying to be a battle rifle. It solves a massive logistics problem most folks never even think about. Listen, every new system you add to your prep strains your supply chain. You need different magazines, different ammo, and different muscle memory. At just over 6 pounds, this gun carries light. But the real magic is that the chassis breaks down to just 16¼ inches. It is specifically engineered to fit right inside the exact same bag you're already grabbing. Before you turn your nose up at 9mm, think about long-term survival. 9mm is the most stockpiled pistol round on the planet. By using the Glock magazine configuration, this carbine takes the exact same standard capacity mags that are already sitting in your holster. This isn't just a neat party trick. It's a strategic decision. 1 caliber, 1 supply. 2 platforms drinking from the exact same well. It'll easily shoot sub-2-inch groups at 50 yards and effectively hit targets out to 150 yards. Compare it to something like the Kel-Tec Sub-2000 and the Ruger wins, hands down on build quality and durability under sustained use. Ask any armorer who has worked on both. It's not even close. The integration role is solved. Number 4. Ruger Mini 14. Okay, the scenario is escalated. You need to move through your neighborhood or an urban environment, and visibility is your biggest enemy. Back in 1973, the engineers who designed the Mini 14 built a rifle for environments that don't want a rifle in them. They built it on a scaled-down M14 action. It cycles the standard .223 cartridge, but it looks like a simple ranch rifle. It looks like a tool. To the average person looking out their window, it's completely unremarkable. And let me tell you, when things are unstable, being unremarkable is a survival skill that no tactical gear can replace. The gray man concept is real. At 6 pounds 9 ounces and just over 37 inches long, the Mini 14 doesn't scream tactical threat. Now, sure, the hardcore AR-15 guys will immediately complain about the higher price tag or historical accuracy quirks. But that misses the forest for the trees. Law enforcement and prison systems use this gun for decades because it offers serious defensive firepower without causing a public panic. The 18.5-inch barrel pushes that .223 out to 300 meters effectively. Its role isn't to snipe targets from a mile away. Its role is presence without declaration. The fixed piston gas system runs beautifully without needing an obsessive cleaning schedule. 20-round magazines are standard here because you aren't laying down suppressive fire. You're managing your profile. 20 rounds of deliberate, accurate fire from a guy nobody noticed is way better than 30 rounds from the guy everyone was already watching. The invisibility role is filled. Number 3. Arsenal SAM-7R. We are moving further out now. You've left the neighborhood and hit the harsh, unforgiving field. Institutional support is completely gone. Historically, when supply chains break, the guns that keep working aren't the fancy, high-tech ones. They are the ones with the fewest moving parts and the deepest history of running on whatever is lying around. Enter the Kalashnikov. Now, Arsenal didn't just make an AK, they built the SAM-7R with a milled receiver, machined from a solid block of steel. Arsenal leaned heavily on their Bulgarian military heritage to make this thing bomb-proof. At 8 pounds 2 ounces, this is honest weight. It feels like a tool built to outlast you, not something built just to look cool in a catalog. The 7.62 by 39mm cartridge is the definition of endurance. It was designed with the understanding that real-world storage usually involves damp basements and muddy trucks, not climate-controlled safes. 30 rounds come standard, and the magazines are so widely distributed you could probably find them in a post-apocalyptic ditch. I know the spec nerds out there will appreciate this. The chrome-lined, hammer-forged barrel is required to pass testing from -40 to +122 degrees Fahrenheit. Imagine freezing rain turning into thick mud. This rifle does not care. That's why its documented failure rate in long-term institutional use is practically zero. I know the comments are going to push back on picking an AK for this list. And that's good. The debate only makes us sharper. The endurance role belongs to this gun. Real quick, before we hit the heavy hitters, if you are tired of the internet hype and you actually want real-world breakdowns from someone who looks at what these guns can do when the chips are down, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of folks who take this seriously. All right, back to the list. Number 2, Springfield M1A. Now you're on day 4 of the bug out. The weight of your gear stopped being theoretical somewhere around mile 8 of day 2. You are looking at the rifle across your shoulders differently now. It's no longer just a piece of equipment. It is a commitment you made before all this started. You're standing on a ridgeline. A threat is developing way out in the distance. You either have a rifle that can reach out and solve that problem, or you don't. The Springfield M1A is for the person who understands that distance isn't just a ballistic term. It is a strategic advantage. This is the commercial evolution of the legendary M14. It packs a 22-inch barrel that squeezes every bit of velocity out of the .308 Winchester cartridge. That round hits 800 yards with enough retained energy to genuinely end a fight. Modern tacticians will argue that an AR-10 is easier to mount modern optics on, and they aren't wrong. But the M1A offers a battle-proven gas system and legendary iron sights that never lose zero. 9 pounds unloaded isn't comfortable, but again, it's a commitment. This rifle was never about spraying fire and hoping for the best. It's about ending a fight before the threat even knows where the shot came from. 20 deliberate rounds of .308 at 800 yards tell a much deadlier story than 30 uncertain shots at 200 yards. When the world goes quiet, you want a gun with 60 years of heritage and a massive community of trained hands who know how to keep it running. The M1A is a bet that dominating the distance is the most valuable capability you can own, and history keeps paying out on that bet. Number 1. BCM RECCE-16. This is it. Total societal collapse. Indefinite survival. Here is the massive ecosystem fact that almost nobody in the preparedness community talks about. There are over 20 million AR pattern rifles in civilian hands in the US alone. 20 million. That number means there isn't a single populated town in America where a trained armorer, a pile of spare parts, or a working knowledge base isn't just a short drive away. This platform doesn't just exist within an ecosystem, it is the ecosystem. There is no single point of failure. BCM builds the RECCE-16 to the exact standards that professional evaluation units demand. The 16-inch hammer-forged, chrome-lined barrel is mil-spec perfection. It perfectly balances speed and maneuverability. You're shooting .556 NATO, which is stored in such massive quantities everywhere that you'll never truly run out. At 6 pounds 10 ounces unloaded, it handles beautifully. The bolt carrier group is magnetic particle inspected and high-pressure tested. Those aren't just fancy marketing words to put on a box. They are the baseline tests that separate a true survival rifle from a weekend toy. Add in the 30-round PMAG, the most widely stocked polymer magazine on Earth, and you have frictionless perfection. You could compare it to the Daniel Defense DDM-4V7, which is a fantastic gun. But BCM wins when it comes to the sheer depth of professional adoption and quality control consistency over the last decade. When you need a random spare part from an unknown source, the BCM holds tolerances so well that any standard mil-spec part will fit and function flawlessly. It isn't just riding the AR network, it is the architecture of the network. You came into this video looking for a survival rifle, but what you're leaving with is a framework, 5 different roles, an escalating scale of conflict, and the reality that survival is never about owning the flashiest gun. It's about choosing the right tool before the storm actually hits. So now, I want to hear your take. Which of these 5 survival roles do you think most people completely ignore when they build their setups? And which rifle on this list fills its role the best? Drop your reasoning down in the comments. I read through them all the time. Make sure you subscribe for more real-world, no-nonsense breakdowns. Because in the next video, we are building your complete survival loadout from scratch.